Hello, TLP fans. It's the one time a year we get to break down Survivor Series. It's the great show. One time a year. It only happens. Brand Supremacy. Wow. Really fun show, especially the last hour and a half. I'm joined by my co-host Walk. Walk, how you doing?
Mike, I'm doing pretty good. It was a sure slobber knocker of a card here, especially that last hour and a half, and I'm excited to get into it. Hey, Mike, did you know that this is the one time a year when Raw and SmackDown go head to head?
No, I thought this was the one time a year you get to wear your favorite colored T-shirt, either blue or red.
No, it's actually the one time a year that we get to talk about Survivor Series. So
That's all
it's all of
anybody.
these things.
That's all anybody cares about. The one time a year, me and you sit down, we break down Survivor Series, we talk about it, and we have fun with it. So,
That's the
without further ado, what do you want to start with?
Well, I would say we should start with the tag team Survivor Series match, but WWE clearly didn't care enough about that, so neither will we. Let's move straight in to the main card. We'll go women's Survivor Series match.
Before we get into that, I just want to say SmackDown got hosed. They were out to a 1-0 early lead going in off the pre-show, winning that match. And then they just said, you know what, we're going to take that off the table. You guys didn't win that match. I'm sure that threw off the psyche all night. And when your psyche's thrown like that, it's tough to recover. And I feel bad for SmackDown.
You know what this reminded me of, Mike? This reminded me of when your football team has a really good pass play downfield and it gets called back because of holding. That's exactly what this reminds me of.
That's basically it. We got thrown off, 10-yard penalty. We had to restart the whole thing. Man, come on, Vince. Give us something, man. What's the point of even having a pre-show? What's the point?
I know. I'm confused and upset, and it's ridiculous. It's absurd if we're being honest with each other.
Maybe they just thought the West Coast time difference. All the LA guys had to get there 4 o'clock. They're like, 3 o'clock for a pre-show? No way. It ain't happening. So, they're probably not even there. Didn't even watch it. I'll give props to LA. That's pretty early to get out for a wrestling show.
So, yeah, it is. Sad still. Sad that they didn't count it.
They were a good crowd. They were, they're notorious for kind of being quieter. Really good crowd. Especially, there was this one, I don't know if you caught this one guy in the crowd. He was, standing in his chair. He was doing this one little, he was wearing a wig at one point. He was kind of hiding. And then he stood up in his chair, and he just started saying weird stuff like, bada bing, bada boom, realest guy in the room. How you doing? And then I just saw him get tackled by some security lady.
Someone, his name is Real One or something like that. I'm not really sure. His name doesn't ring any bells or anything. Mike, do you know who that is by any chance?
I actually do know who it is. I'm the only one in the world that still likes Enzo Amore. I love me some Enzo Amore. I can't believe he actually showed up tonight. That was insane. That was just bananas. That was an invasion angle. We had Enzo in the if I had to power rank the invasion angles, it goes DX going WCW. We got the club, no, the Bullet Club. They came to WWE recently, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, they did it. Then we got the Wolf Pack. We had Scott Hall, Kevin Nash going to WCW. And then number one's got to be Enzo going to Survivor Series.
Mike, I would say that the only reason you really enjoy Enzo still is because you are SAWT soft. That's why.
The only reason I like Enzo because I know he's the only one that can go one-on-one with me on the mic. Because you can't do it.
Oof, that hurts, Mike. All right, well, let's get into this card then. We'll start with the Women's Survivor Series match, and it was good, I thought, but I was a little upset at the outcome, and I think it was meant to generate some heat for Nia, and in that case, I guess it succeeded.
Nia, I'll start with this. Nia got her ass booed out of the arena as soon as she came out. I mean, I guess that's a good way to start the night because you just generate that heat. You get the crowd real riled into it. You got your most popular superstar, Becky Lynch, and I guess I wouldn't say this is her biggest rival, but this is everyone hates Nia right now because she's the one took her out, put her on the shelf for a minute. So that gets the crowd going, which is good. Nia played to her role a little bit. She took the heat, and then somehow she ended up being the lone survivor for Raw.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have a whole lot to say about it. I mean, it just kind of happened. It wasn't a terrible match or anything. It was just kind of there, honestly,
I kind of like the Women's Survivor Series match because we got to involve a few more women that were than the 10 people that were supposed to be involved. Because we eventually got Sasha Banks and Bayley, who deserve to be in this match, no doubt. Two of the best workers in the women's division. Mandy Rose got added late, which is great for her. Her and Sonya have been putting up a lot of time at SmackDown. So yeah, I'm kind of happy that they both got their time. All three of them got their time on this show. So that was cool. I like that.
Yeah. Anything else to say about it, Mike? Or are you good?
I'm good. Let's move on.
All right. Well, then we'll move on to the mid-card championship match between Nakamura and Rollins. Good match. I mean, I think we all kind of expected a good match from them, and I think we got exactly what we expected, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, I think the one surprise in this match was that Dean Ambrose didn't show up, to be honest with you, and cost Seth the match or attack him afterward. But other than that, I mean, I feel like this one was just exactly what we expected, you know?
Yeah. I mean, we both expected Dean Ambrose to kind of play a role in this and cost either Seth something. We expected him to be involved. I'm surprised he didn't get involved. Yeah, weird that Dean wasn't involved. We hear the announcement later, though. Gonna be Dean versus Seth Rollins for the IC title at TLC, so that'll be cool.
Yeah, the pay-per-view, our namesake, named after this show, as all of you well know.
We're gonna have to go all out for TLC.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go all out for TLC. It is our namesake, as you all know, and you're gonna have a 4.5-hour podcast for it. But don't hold me to that because you probably won't get it. So
maybe we'll have to look into doing our first live event. Maybe do like a pre-show, pre-party. Maybe we do a pre-show live.
Ooh, Mike, I like very much. We'll talk.
We'll talk. We got some time. I think that's December 14th.
16th.
December 16th. Yeah, you're correct. Yeah, perfect. December 16th. TLC. We already know we got one match. Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins. Looking forward to that. All right. Anything else you want to add about Seth and Nakamura?
Nope, nothing really there. Let's move on to AOP versus Bar with. So, Mike, I got a very, very important question about this. Who is more pivotal to their team, Big Show or Drake Maverick? Because Drake Maverick did save a pinfall there at one point by putting the leg on the rope, but then Big Show made Drake Maverick piss himself. So I'm not really sure who's more valuable to who. We got to have a debate about this.
All right, well, let's weigh our pros and cons. How about that?
Okay, that's a good idea.
Pro, Drake Maverick, general manager. He's historically a leader. He was the 205 GM. Pro for Drake Maverick. Really good at dressing. Clean dresser. GQ all the way. Cons, he pees himself when he's nervous. Like my little puppy, he pees himself when he gets a little too excited, a little anxious, a little nervous. It's okay. Little con. Another con. He ditched the AOP gear too quick. He was rocking it. He wasn't fully embracing it. He got a little embarrassed. Gets embarrassed easily. Another con. You give me some pros and cons.
So for Big Show here, we got some pros. He made Drake Maverick piss himself. You know, that takes skill, that takes determination, and that takes intimidation. Another pro for Big Show. He's been around the business for a while. He's been around for God knows how long at this point. Another pro. He's been a good guy and a bad guy so many times that he knows them both better than probably anyone else. So that's just too good. Con though, he's not as good as he used to be. He's a little slow. You can see it now. His knees aren't all what they used to be. He would still be in there if it wasn't for his bum knee. Con, not the smartest guy in the world, you know? He gets it sometimes, and even though he made Drake Maverick, go wee-wee on himself a little bit, he still didn't help his team get the win. So that's a con for Big Show as well.
I got two more I want to add for Big Show. Pro Big Show, he's a superstar. He's been in the greatest movie ever invented, in Waterboy. In the Waterboy, he was huge, pivotal role in that. He should have won an Emmy or an Oscar, not an Emmy. He can probably win an Emmy also. Con though for Big Show, he came from WCW, so Vince is gonna bury him. AOP, they came from NXT though, so they might get buried. Who knows?
Is it just a competition about who's going to get buried first? I mean, that's really what it is.
So you're saying you want to see AOP versus The Bar in a Buried Alive match?
Yeah, that's exactly what I would want to say. You read my mind, Mike. Sheesh.
So I'm going to answer the question, though. Finally, we have the answer after a long debate. A lot of pros and cons. You can always get the pros and cons. I'm going Drake Maverick because AOP came out the win. Drake Maverick, he wasn't really afraid. He knew what the peeing himself was doing. He said, I pee myself, they're going to be distracted. And it did exactly that. AOP capitalized. You pee yourself? Hey, it's all cool to pee yourself. Everyone pees yourself. And his was a tactile pee. And sometimes you got to potty the pants if it means you're going to win a match.
I'll tell you right now, Mike, being the soldier that I am, I know all about tactics, and let me tell you, that was some grade A tactics right there from Drake Maverick. He did what he needed to do. He's put himself on the line, and he sacrificed himself for the greater good of the team. You can't ask for anything else other than that.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Drake Maverick, he's out there for the sake of his team. He'll do whatever it takes.
All right, we'll move on then. Mustafa Ali versus Buddy Murphy for the Cruiserweight title. I don't think it was ever really in question that Buddy Murphy was going to win this match. That being said, up until this point, and even after it for a while, they stole the damn show. And it's great, in my opinion, to see 205 Live getting featured on the main card because they are the most underrated people on the WWE roster. And damn, did they put in some damn work every damn week, and they just don't get recognized for it. And so it was nice to be able to see them put on a damn good show and to have the crowd recognize it too.
Yeah, they put on a hell of a show. Way to go for the 205 guys getting that recognition. I'm going to shout out Mustafa Ali. He's a warrior. He's been on... Was he on SummerSlam?
He was at SummerSlam, yes.
So he's been on 3 of the 4 Big 4 pay-per-views this year. If he gets onto Royal Rumble, he'll be on all 4. So I think at the end of the year we should have a TLP Awards. And if he's that, I'm going to give him a Slammy. I'm not going to call it Slammy. I'm going to call it something else. But I'm going to give him one. Maybe a TLPE? A PE? I don't know. That doesn't... Nah. A TLP wee-wee.
A TLPP in honor of Drake Maverick?
Maybe. We'll figure it out. We'll do an award show. But good for Mustafa Ali. He's been grinding. He's been getting a lot of publicity. He's not winning matches, but he's been getting out there.
He's got exposure. He's, I think, the most well-known, other than maybe Cedric Alexander on 205 Live, just because of how many of those high-profile matches he's been in. He's on 205 Live almost every week, so that's pretty nuts.
I got a 205 Live tip, or not tip, but like strategy. Get a few more numbers up. So we got a heel Daniel Bryan. I heard he's walking around 210. So we just need an angle where where Daniel Bryan cuts 5 pounds, just a little water weight. Just wears the sweats, jogs around the. Maybe he wears sweats in a match while he wrestles a 205er for the just his warm up. Beats the shit out of him, pins him, and then he goes to the back, weighs himself 205. He's like, all right, I want my title shot.
Mike, I think if he just cut his hair, he'd be right there anyway. I mean,
you can't cut that gorgeous mane. Come on.
What is this? Some Samson stuff where his mane is his power?
Let's talk about if he did cut his mane. You know who he'd kind of look like?
Who?
Lars Sullivan.
Oh.
So is that
speaking, the freak Lars Sullivan, coming soon, Mike? How soon do you think?
I don't know. I really don't know. Do you have an idea?
No, I don't. I'm hoping it's this week or next week. I'm hoping it's actually soon and not he's coming and then next week. It's not some, Game of Thrones dragon shit where it's they're coming all right, and they don't come. He doesn't come for years later.
Yeah, I hope he makes it before TLC, but I kind of feel like it might get stretched out to a Royal Rumble, and then he'll just have a really big debut at Royal Rumble.
Ooh, that'd be nice. I didn't think about that. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, that's kind of what that kind of just came into my head right there. Got a quick brain. Real quick thinker I am. But yeah, that might happen. What do you think Lars Sullivan's role, his potential here in the WWE is going to be?
Well, he's a big dude. He's a bruiser. I think he fits in another. I think he needs to go to SmackDown, to be honest with you, because they're kind of lacking some big bruiser types like that. And he could maybe, I don't know, maybe challenge Shinsuke Nakamura and get in a feud with Andrade almost for the U.S. title or something like that, or just have a good couple starter feuds with maybe Rusev or someone like that. That'd be a good, interesting thing.
Yeah, I like that. I do agree with the U.S. title. Give him a little push right there at the U.S. title. My ceiling for him, I'm going to say my ceiling for him is going to be Psycho Sid. No, that's not a bad thing. I think that's pretty good for him. But that's about as far as I see him getting pushed. I remember I was watching Survivor Series 96 recently. Stone Cold versus Bret Hart, and then Shawn Michaels versus Psycho Sid. Psycho Sid took the boyhood dream away from Shawn Michaels. Really fun match. But I think that's about what he's going to be like, is Psycho Sid.